So back in March 2020, I attempted suicide twice. And around, say, November of 2019, I joined the military. It was in August. I enlisted, I should say. So my senior year of high school, when school was ending, I was a complete idiot. I don't know exactly what happened, or why it happened, I should say. But I ignored the advice of my teachers. I guess I was lost. I didn't know what I want. Because, and if I could be fair, I didn't know who I was and what I wanted to do in life. Nothing was defined clearly, and that was an issue. I thought the military would solve my problems, forcing me to do stuff. It would force me to be active. It would give me a job. It will help me find friends. And it would give me characteristics that I long for, like discipline. But I took the decision too early. Any kind of decision at that time would have been, even college, I wasn't ready for anything. I'm too young. I needed something else. But as the months came by, I did MEPS, MEP. It's like the sort of a physical exam. I did weekly physical training to prepare myself for basic training. But something was growing inside of me that I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why it happened. Only that it did. I guess I was looking for solutions. Joining the military was, I thought, a solution. And attempting suicide was a solution as well. I wanted to be, before I went to basic, I wanted to be physically active, or physically prepared for it. Ridiculous. If I was physically prepared by the time I went to basic training, I wouldn't need to go to the military. If I had enough discipline to prepare myself for that, to be physically ready, then that's exactly what I wanted. That's what I wanted the military to do. Of course, I wasn't physically active. The only times I was when I did sort of these group workouts with people. I went to a recruitment place, not that far, and I would train with the sergeants over there, staff sergeants, and the other kids who were also preparing for basic, and we all trained together. That was the only time I did it. I was supposed to do more than once a week, and by the time coronavirus came, they canceled them. So there were months of me not doing anything. and I felt like a failure. And feeling like a failure at the time was happening like every day. I failed to do anything about college. I did nothing for it. Like I didn't apply or enroll for any colleges. I didn't do scholarships or tour like campuses or did any research. I ignored the advice my teachers were trying to give me. I failed to commit anything physical. I don't know. I just felt like a failure at the time. So, as the day was coming for me to ship out, I was planning the way to just end it. Didn't care. The day came. Or the day before I tried. It was the day before. The night. I tried 2 different things. The first time I did it, I had a strange feeling. So the plan was really dumb. So I would duct tape in my mouth and nose and would try to glue my hands together behind my back with the glue you get from one of those like traps that for mouses, for rats. It's like that super glue. I would put that on my arms and my back, and I will crawl underneath the bed so that just in case anyone would just knock in or knock on my door at that moment. And as I was going like under the bed, and for like 3 seconds, I felt relieved, happy, and excited. That was the first time I felt such a strange feeling. I still don't know if that's happiness. I don't know what it was, but I felt something similar. Not on a more positive note, something similar later on. I'll get to that. That didn't work. That was kind of working. I was hyperventilating and I couldn't breathe, but instincts kicked in, and I ripped it out. The glue didn't work. I just moved my hand and ripped up the tape off my mouth. I was lightheaded, but thank goodness that I didn't suffer. I went for without maybe 2 minutes. If I reached the 3-minute mark, that would have been very bad. The other time, I was just trying to hang myself by first trying to make myself pass out by buying a helium balloon and sucking the air of helium to make myself pass out, so that I wouldn't have to feel the pain of the rope strangling my neck. The helium thing didn't work, so I didn't do it. So I'm thirsty. The next day I needed to go to basic. And I acted like nothing happened. My sergeant called me, wondering where I was. Then he came home. Oh, he came to my house. I told him what happened. I told him why I can't go. And then I told my brother. It's the only other person who knows. Afterward, I went to college online. It was the pandemic. I did online classes. And that was something similar. I don't want to do. I'm not ready for college. I need to discover myself. I need to heal. I need to figure out who I am. I need to find what makes me happy, not what other people are trying to tell me what to do. And I can't make long-term commitments like college. College might be a source of happiness. College isn't out of the table yet. I still will probably go later on, but not now. Or some kind of further education. Not necessarily college, a trade maybe. So deciding to drop out of college was the next step. I got a job, earned money for the first time, discovered that I hate spending money. I like saving money. I did buy some things, of course. These headphones, though, were the most expensive thing I've ever got so far. $200. I think I said this before. Yeah, me and my money. Me and money. Then I discovered my sexuality. I did a bunch of things. I tried to find friends. I needed someone to talk to. And then I wanted to do something different. In May of this year, I did volunteer work. Really close by. We have a church, a Catholic church, and I did volunteer work. A couple of people came knocking on my door and were telling people that there is a place to get vaccinated at the church over here. You know, at the time, I wasn't vaccinated. My family wasn't. And I asked the two elderly people. I forget who exactly what it was. Who were they? It kind of sucks because I joined the next session of door knocking. I don't know who it was. I asked, what was your organization? Can I join? And yeah, you can join. I join next week. There's a bunch of elderly people, and the organizer was there. I had to write a RSVP. I think that's what it's called. Before I went. RSVP. I think so. And my God, those people were the most friendly people I have ever met. I was expecting to have lots of social anxiety, but it went away almost immediately because they're so nice. There are some people from ASU there, some people, like 2 other people from the neighborhood who wanted to help out. And I learned that I would have been very helpful because I know Spanish. And the majority of people here in my neighborhood speak Spanish. And they're mostly like white as well. So I was partnered up with a very lovely, sweet lady, my friend now, I guess. And we went door knocking. It was her first experience door knocking. And it was a bunch of news, right? New stuff I was doing. first time, I mean, a lot of first timers, right? First time using my Spanish, or realizing that I'm not that bad at Spanish. First time door knocking. First time feeling like I'm helping. I had, just throughout the time door knocking I had with my partner, who only speaks English, we just learned about each other. It's really pleasant. I will never forget. I'll never forget her. She was very grateful for me being her partner because of my Spanish. Later on, her daughter, he told her daughter about me. And her daughter is a therapist. And she told her that I was out of work and a lot of free time. So she tried to help me find work that I enjoy. I need to chat with her. Been a while. And we had a surprise therapy session. Chatted a few times through Zoom. I went door knocking twice. 3 times. 3 times? Yeah, 3 times. Wait. Yes, 3 times. No, 2. 2 times. The second time, I saw some people I knew from high school. They were in my class. The first time, I actually got a interview from the local news station. I wasn't expecting that. And also did another interview for an online article. It's weird. I actually wore this exact shirt. That was a surprise. I like being on TV. And apparently, the 2 high school students, 3, they're in ASU. I recognized them. They told me that they saw me on and they recognized me. It's weird. And then I did more volunteer work. So it was knocking on doors to tell people to get vaccinated because there's going to be a free event at the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church will be hosting the event, and there are other organizations that will be helping out and be volunteering. I was part of one of the organizations, and I was administrating people to get vaccinated. So they would come in, and I would have to by myself. The first time, it was just me. I was thrown in there with little to no direction, and overwhelmed by the amount of people coming in. Shoot. But I did it for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 6 weeks. And I got better over time, of course. I became more friendly. I got more confidence. Like at first I was like, okay, here's the paper, sign it, stand in line. By the end of it, I was like making conversation. I was greeting people like, oh, like, good evening, how you doing, sir? And my explanations were better as I was more attentive, and I could handle the flow of people coming in as well. I was able to manage everything by the end of it. I did have help, of course. It's just the first day, it was just me all day. That volunteer work made me feel something different. I need to do more. Just looking back at it, something, because there were some people who were illiterate, right? This is a poor zip code, poor neighborhood, and I helped them. There was this one person in particular who was very grateful to me. I helped them fill out a simple application form. So after he got his vaccine, he came out, said, "Thank you so much. You're very helpful." There was a lot of people like that saying thank you. That was the second time I felt that strange feeling doing volunteer work. Feeling like I was making a small impact. Yeah. It's these small things that mean so much to me because I wanted to volunteer because I wanted to help. And guess what? I'm realizing this now. I can be physical while doing volunteer work. If I do a lot, I can make friends. I could discover wonderful people. And I can help out. I can be such a... It could boost my self-esteem. It could boost my confidence. It can make me feel happy. All of these things. I didn't have to join the military. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to... When I first volunteered, I wasn't expecting to feel such accomplishment. Something so small. Because it doesn't matter how small it is. It's the way it makes me feel. I need to do it more. But that was the perfect opportunity. Luck was on my side that time.